Welcome to my channel. The beggar who became a businessman at a railway station in a city. There lived a beggar. Every day, he asked passengers in the trains for money to survive. One day, while begging, he saw a tall, well-dressed man who looked rich. The beggar thought, "This man looks wealthy. Maybe he'll give me good money." He approached the man for alms, but the man looked at him and said, "You always ask from others, but do you ever give anything to anyone?" The beggar replied, "Sir, I am just a poor beggar. I have nothing to give others." The tall man said, "Then you have no right to ask either. I'm a businessman. I believe in give and take. I can only give you something if you have something to offer in return." Saying this, the man boarded the train and left. The beggar kept thinking about his words. He thought, "Maybe I don't get much, because I have nothing to offer in return. But I'm just a beggar. What can I possibly give?" For 2 days, he thought deeply. On the third day, while sitting at the station, he noticed some flowers blooming nearby. He got an idea. Why don't I give flowers to those who give me money? He liked the thought, so he picked some flowers and started giving them to anyone who gave him alms. People appreciated the gesture and kept the flowers happily. Soon, he noticed that more people started giving him money when he offered flowers in return. Daily, he would collect flowers from around the station and hand them out with his thanks. One day, while begging on a train, he saw the same tall man again. Excited, he approached him and said, "Sir, today I have something to give you in return, flowers. If you give me money, I'll give you some flowers." The tall man smiled, gave him money, and received flowers. He said, "Wow! Now you are a businessman, just like me." The beggar smiled, but the man's words again made him think deeply. The idea that he was a businessman, not a beggar, stayed in his mind. He felt excited and inspired. Stepping off the train, he looked up at the sky and shouted joyfully, "I'm not a beggar. I'm a businessman. I can become rich." People thought he had gone crazy, but from that day, he was never seen begging at the station. 6 months later, at the same station, 2 men in suits were talking. One of them greeted the other and asked, "Do you remember me?" The other replied, "No, I don't think we've met before." The first man smiled and said, "This is actually our 3rd meeting. Don't you recall? The first time I was a beggar asking you for alms. The second time I gave you flowers in return. But today, I'm a businessman." The other man laughed and finally recognized him. "Oh yes. You're that beggar who I once refused to give money to, and then later, I bought flowers from you. But now, where are you headed dressed so well?" The former beggar replied, "I'm a big flower trader now. I'm traveling to another city for business. You see, during our first meeting, you taught me that in life, nothing comes for free. It's always give and take. When we met the second time, you called me a businessman, and that changed my mindset. I realized people weren't giving me charity. They were paying for the flowers I gave them. I started saving that money, bought more flowers, and expanded my trade. Today, I'm a successful flower businessman." Both men were happy to hear this, and they continued chatting about life and business. Moral of the story: this story teaches us that success begins with a change in mindset. If you keep thinking of yourself as small, you'll stay small. But if you start thinking big, you can achieve great things. Remember, success lies in your thinking. Respect yourself, think big, and life will give you big opportunities in return.